right now, who crucify Christians, who behead children, are the very same people who target and murder Jews for their faith for the same reason. I will say this. I am saddened. Please respect for dialogue. Respect, please, in America. I will say this, I am saddened to see that some here, not everyone, but some here, are so consumed with hate that you cannot address your brother. I will say this, if you will not stand with Israel and the Jews, then I will not stand with you. Thank you, and God bless you.
We are the Rainbow Company, Limited. We are a privately held corporation with one central purpose. We seek to assist you in the stimulation of your acquired intellectual skills and abilities. We firmly believe that your investment in your education has endowed you with a highly developed mind. Given that you now have an excellent personal tool, we feel that it is now, and only now, something that you should not waste. Each of our products are designed to assist you with the proper maintenance of that invaluable asset.
Our products are only available through Facebook at this time. The first half of all episodes are free to download and preview. If you decide to purchase any episode B to match your previewed episode, you need to email me at ozzy_mcdonald@aol.com.
Our purpose here tonight is to highlight a terrible injustice, a humanitarian crisis. Christians are being systematically exterminated. In 1948, Jews throughout the Middle East faced murder and extermination and fled to the nation of Israel. And today, Christians have no greater ally than the Jewish state. Let me say this. Those who hate Israel hate America. And those who hate Jews hate Christians. And if this room will not recognize that, then my heart weeps that the men and women here will not stand in solidarity with Jews and Christians alike who are persecuted by radicals who seek to murder them. If you hate the Jewish people, you are not reflecting the teachings of Christ.
We are the Rainbow Company, Limited. We are a privately held corporation with one central purpose. We seek to assist you in the stimulation of your acquired intellectual skills and abilities. We firmly believe that your investment in your education has endowed you with a highly developed mind. Given that you now have an excellent personal tool, we feel that it is now, and only now, something that you should not waste. Each of our products are designed to assist you with the proper maintenance of that invaluable asset.
Our products are only available through Facebook at this time. The first half of all episodes are free to download and preview. If you decide to purchase any episode B to match your previewed episode, you need to email me at ozzy_mcdonald@aol.com.
First, you may only use your first name and state. You can say what you want to say about the topic. No profanity or stuff like that. Please do not be drunk or high. If you say something out of line, I will cut you off. When you call, the computer will keep your phone number. The computer, will randomly select a predetermined number of potential callers. I wish everybody luck. Those people chosen by the computer will be called back by a member of our staff. They will talk with you and make a final selection and put 12 people on the show. The doctor will talk with those people until either he runs out of time or people.
They, the IDC summit attendees, were there to discuss the plight of the Christians in Iraq, not the Israel-Hamas conflict, and they resented the senator's attempt to hijack the summit. Quote, anti-Semitism is a corrosive evil, and it reared its ugly head tonight. After just a few minutes, I had no choice. I told them that if you will not stand with Israel, you will not stand with the Jews, then I will not stand with you. And then I walked off the stage.
Gone out and said is, let's kill the law altogether, let's defund it. Actually, with respect, David, I think the premise of your question is wrong. It is the Democrats who have taken the absolutist position. I've engaged. I'd like to repeal every word of the law, but that wasn't my position even in this fight. My position in this fight was we should defund it, which is different from repeal. And even now, what the House of Representatives has done is a step removed from defunding. It's delaying it. Now, that's the essence of a compromise. On the other side, what have the Democrats compromised on? Nothing. Zero. Do you regret comparing future of Obamacare to the rise of Hitler and Nazi Germany? Well, the premise of your question isn't true. I didn't make that comparison. What I said is that there have been many voices in Washington who said, we can't do this, we can't do this, we can't do this. And I went through the centuries where over and over again, when facing big challenges, Americans have risen to the occasion, whether it was the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, World War II, whether it was going to the moon under John F. Kennedy, or whether it was winning the Cold War. At every stage, there were voices of conventional wisdom who say, this can't be done. And at every stage, the American people rose to the occasion. And what I said is, we should do the same. You go to the 1940s, Nazi Germany. Look, we saw in Britain, Neville Chamberlain, who told the British people, accept the Nazis. Yes, they'll dominate the continent of Europe, but that's not our problem. Let's appease them. Why? Because it can't be done. We can't possibly stand against them. And in America, there were voices that listened to that. I suspect those same pundits who say it can't be done, if it had been in the 1940s, we would have been listening to them. Then there would have been television. They would have gotten beyond carrier pigeons and beyond letters, and they would have been on TV, and they would have been saying, you cannot defeat the Germans. But as it turns out, no, on your Facebook page, they say you're an idiot. Really? Okay, so here come the comments. Now, the fun thing about Facebook is that the comments that I like the most will float to the top. I read so many comments against Ted Cruz that were at the top, without reading a single one that was in his favor, that I got tired and stopped reading. Okay, I'll give you just a sampling. So, what's the law better for you? Here's a simple one. Yes. Best law ever. Okay. Another one. Yes, yes, and yes. I love my Obamacare. Alright, now let's let you get Felicia Williams actually has a great point. She says, yes, everyone in my family has a pre-existing condition that ranged from minor to serious. We were uninsurable on the individual market. Now that we've got great coverage through healthcare.gov, we did not get a subsidy, but it still fits our budget. So that's interesting, because it was really like that. I read dozens and dozens. Look, you don't understand. But I couldn't get coverage for my kid who had a pre-existing condition. What if he got sick? I'm so glad they passed this law. And it became almost as a shrine to President Obama. Because so many people are telling their stories and the different ways that they benefit from the law, and they ended non-ironically with, thanks, Obama. They said, no, I want to thank the president for passing this law. This is on Ted Cruz's Facebook page. Dozens of comments in this regard. All right, more. Anne Lee, private. She says, I don't have Obamacare, but someone I know who had that now for the past years recently had to get covered after her husband recently passed away. The first words out of her mouth, thank God for Obamacare. She's a staunch Republican and believes anything she hears on Fox News, and those who are saying they won't comply are cutting out their noses to spite their faces. Wake up. I like that story among all those different ones, because actually think I don't even have it, but the person who has it, who hated it, all of a sudden loved it after it actually came through for them.
First, you may only use your first name and state. You can say what you want to say about the topic. No profanity or stuff like that. Please do not be drunk or high. If you say something out of line, I will cut you off. When you call, the computer will keep your phone number. It, the computer, will randomly select a predetermined number of potential callers. I wish everybody luck. Those people chosen by the computer will be called back by a member of our staff. They will talk with you and make a final selection and put 12 people on the show. The doctor will talk with those people until either he runs out of time or people.
Now, they exported this product, Ted Cruz, from Canada. I suggest that it ain't working too well. I wonder, can we give it back?
And that's what Ted Cruz is so great about. That's why he did that 21-hour fake filibuster and tried to stop it before going into effect. Because once it goes into effect and it helps people, it's going to be hard to outdo him because he was responsible. He's going to say, hey, wait a minute, I didn't have health care before, now I have health care, and it saved my life, my wife's life, my kid's life. Then it's hard to get rid of, isn't it, Ted Cruz? That's what you were worried about. Then, of course, we started to get random angry comments at Ted Cruz, which you also put on his page. Page Brennan says, impeach Ted Cruz, he caused a shutdown that hurt this country badly. And then Mike Carter, I had a lot to choose from here, but I just ended on this, says, Cruz, take your treasonous, seditious, anti-American butt back to Canada.
We are the Rainbow Company, Limited. We are a privately held corporation with one central purpose. We seek to assist you in the stimulation of your acquired intellectual skills and abilities. We firmly believe that your investment in your education has endowed you with a highly developed mind. Given that you now have an excellent personal tool, we feel that it is now, and only now, something that you should not waste. Each of our products are designed to assist you with the proper maintenance of that invaluable asset. What follows if one of our products? It will speak for itself. We hope that it serves our stated purpose.
Something different is designed to address some bumps in the road. I mean, over the course of just day-to-day living life, we sometimes hit bumps in the road. Things that trouble us, cause us to be stressed, or create serious discord in our households. These problems may be our fault or somebody else's fault. Either way, here I would like to explore some potential bumps in the road. I am doing this in the spirit of family. Over the past 33 years, as a licensed clinical psychologist, I've learned a few things. I want to share some of them with you, free of charge. Simple trade. You give me your 60 minutes of time, your attention, and possible participation as a caller, and let's see if it's worth your time. I will talk about a particular bump for a few minutes. We will open up the phone lines, and with live callers, further discuss that bump. Claro. I will summarize the topic in the call and say goodnight. That's how we roll up in here on Something Different with Dr. Ozzie McDonald. Getting to be a live caller on Something Different with Dr. Ozzie McDonald is a multi-part process. First, we have Rebecca. She's a new model Dell with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and she really smokes. She's faster than a speeding bullet. She takes phone calls at a rate of 316,000 every 18 seconds. When you call me, I mean her, she answers the phone, plays a recorded message. You've been entered into the pool of X number of people, she tells you, and may be called back by Dr. McDonald's assessment team to be on today's show. Rebecca hangs up the phone. While Rebecca was doing all that, she collected some information about you from your caller ID. She collected your full name and address, your apartment or home number in whatever city and state. Don't worry, we do not keep emails up in here either. I have instructed Rebecca to randomly choose 16 potential callers and send their names and phone numbers to the assessment team. These are 30 of the brightest and sharpest people I know. Their job is to screen potential callers and arrive at the chosen 12. They are both fantastic and disrespectful to their elders. Then I end up with 12 bingo balls in my bingo shaker, and I shake the shaker and I select one call at a time. That is how we select the chosen 12 callers every week here on Something Different with Dr. Isaac McDonald. Now, doing the math, if Rebecca collects 318,000 phone calls every 18 seconds, and we have 3 minutes of commercial break while we wait for the callers to call in to Rebecca, let's see now. Let's round up from 18 seconds to 20 seconds, and thereby getting us 3 blocks of 20 seconds every minute, or 9 blocks of 20 seconds. That means 2.8 million phone calls have to be narrowed down by Rebecca to 60 through some kind of random process. So, one person's chances of being a live caller here on Something Different is 12 in 218 million. Just the facts, ma'am. Fair in love and war. For the rest of you who do not have a ghost of a chance of being live callers today, let's play Global Thermonuclear War. Let's play Global Thermonuclear War. Let's play Global Thermonuclear War. No, Hal. Let's play Guessing the Caller's Question. As I present the topic of the day, follow along closely and try to decide what question would you ask me about what I have to say. I mean, did I gloss over something that you think was important? Or did I say something that made you think, like my ex-wife used to say, that's the dumbest idea I ever heard? Whatever. Is there something about the presentation that strikes a note in you? If there is, first thing you need to decide is which caller will ask the question about that. I mean the first, fourth, eighth, or whatever caller, but you must select the caller. If you get both parts correct and have registered your name and answers on my website before the callers came in, and you are the one winner, you will receive $50 via the United States Postal Mail Service from me. No cheating, no cost, just a chance to win some and take gas money from me to you. No hay problema.
First, you may only use your first name and state. You can say what you want to say about the topic. No profanity or stuff like that. Please do not be drunk or high. If you say something out of line, I will cut you off. When you call, the computer will keep your phone number. The computer, will randomly select a predetermined number of potential callers. I wish everybody luck. Those people chosen by the computer will be called back by a member of our staff. They will talk with you and make a final selection and put 12 people on the show. The doctor will talk with those people until either he runs out of time or people.
All right, let me go back to one thing. And the question I asked was, would you ever conceive of threatening to shut down the government again? Well, as I said, I didn't threaten to shut down the government the last time. I don't think we should ever shut down the government. I repeatedly voted to fund the federal government. And you didn't threaten to shut down the government, but who was it that did? I mean, but we'll go on to sorry, even President Obama. The problem, I understand.
First, you may only use your first name and state. You can say what you want to say about the topic. No profanity or stuff like that. Please do not be drunk or high. If you say something out of line, I will cut you off. When you call, the computer will keep your phone number. It, the computer, will randomly select a predetermined number of potential callers. I wish everybody luck. Those people chosen by the computer will be called back by a member of our staff. They will talk with you and make a final selection and put 12 people on the show. The doctor will talk with those people until either he runs out of time or people.
But the White House said over and over again the shutdown is the Republicans' fault. And I understand that's what you're repeating. But the reality is, I voted over and over again to fund the federal government. And the reason we had a shutdown, look, the Democrats were very clear. I know they told you, they said, we think the shutdown benefits us politically. Right now, the Democrats are telling you that they want another shutdown because they think it benefits them politically. Senator, it's hard to understand that they force a shutdown when you think it benefits them politically. Senator, I know what Republicans were telling me, like John Boehner, who said this was a disaster, then never again. Let me ask you one more question here. The government is approaching, not just a minute, just a minute. The government is approaching another deadline, February 7th, when it will run out of money unless Congress agrees to raise the debt ceiling. Will you agree to raise the debt ceiling, or will you demand something in return?
First, you may only use your first name and state. You can say what you want to say about the topic. No profanity or stuff like that. Please do not be drunk or high. If you say something out of line, I will cut you off. When you call, the computer will keep your phone number. It, the computer, will randomly select a predetermined number of potential callers. I wish everybody luck. Those people chosen by the computer will be called back by a member of our staff. They will talk with you and make a final selection and put 12 people on the show. The doctor will talk with those people until either he runs out of time or people.
The president seeing an opportunity to get his second term off the mat. Now all of a sudden finds himself back on the campaign trail with a common enemy, a political enemy, anybody with an R, any member of the GOP. So the polls indicate right now that the president has no rhythm against Republicans. He's benefiting from this. And the American people, for the most part, are blaming Republicans. Until those polls get even, they're not coming back. I'm telling you, I would stay to the sideline unless he gets a clean resolution. The only thing that would change his mind is the American people split up and in the post-court house, don't say anything, answer the question and say, no, I blame both. Well, I gotta get the president to the TV. The Democrats raised $3 million in the week immediately following his 21-hour non-filibuster. Okay? So he's helping Democrats on a national level, he's hurt his own party, but he doesn't care. Among his base, his numbers have gone up. Now, as a populist, though, he's going to say, oh, goddamn Obamacare, no, you hate it, he never mentions that. He will cut your Social Security benefit, but he doesn't talk about it. So he's a sneaky guy, man, and he's still doing the same.
Now, they exported this product, Ted Cruz, from Canada. I suggest that it ain't working too well. I wonder, can we give it back? Today we've taken an extensive look at one of the 5 people that has been suggested today that will be standing next year when the Republican field thins. I suggest to you again that this is not the type of person we want to be running America. Of course, you can let me know what you think when we have the live question period. Those of you who are guessing the caller's question, the time is now up because the phone lines will open in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.